Well, you know, when you see this face, you're about to smile. Hi, Tom Baker.
Hi, Tricia. How are you?
I'm good, and we're so glad that you're back on the Butler Buzz. Tom, you are the CEO to Variety, the children's charity, and I'm just amazed by this organization. Tell us about the mission, please.
Absolutely. It's an absolutely wonderful organization. It's been around for close to 100 years, originated in Pittsburgh, and now is actually not just across the country, but across the world. There are Variety tents, as we're called, that exist all over the world. But Variety, we're all about providing life-changing adaptive equipment to kids that are between 3 and 21 through 3 core programs: My Bike, My Stroller, and My Voice. And to understand Variety, you have to see Variety in action. It's unbelievable. The happiness, the relief, the joy that comes not just from the children, but from their brothers and sisters, their parents, their grandparents, everyone that comes to our presentation days to really celebrate the kids in our program. It's unbelievable.
Oh, I want to come to one of these events.
To, yeah.
Yes, because I was reading a lot in preparation for this interview with Tom and reading these stories. I just kept picturing everything as a movie.
Yeah.
And I would be crying tears of joy, for sure.
Within all 3 programs, there's these firsts. A lot of the kids in our program never thought that they would be able to ride a bike in this lifetime, right? And their families never thought they would get to ride a bike. So to get to see them through our partnership with Blackburns and the equipment that they get fitted for and get to pick the colors, to get to see them on their bikes for the first time is remarkable. The strollers really enable kids to be out and about in society. We have a lot of parents that say it was their first time taking their kids to a restaurant, to a grocery store, to just be out to a pumpkin patch, corn maze. We hear those stories all the time. And then finally, with My Voice, we hear from parents and family members, it was the first time that my child was ever able to say, I love you, through the communication system that we provided. It's unbelievable, the moments that Variety provides.
So, I was reading one mother's story, and she was talking about, her child, and her child, say, receiving a device like that. In the school, saying, in school, you're going to use this and you're going to be able to communicate in the classroom and learn and everything. And then at the end of the school year, we have to take that back, right, for the kids that need it next year. Well, then that child then goes without that device that was connecting them to the world.
Right.
And you and your organization are able to kind of like intervene in those situations.
Right. When you're presented with My Voice, and we have great relationships with the intermediate units across the 59 counties that we serve in Pennsylvania. So the IUs do a lot of good work, but working through speech therapists, they do a great job providing the letters of medical justification, the LMJs, but really enabling us to work with kids and families. And like you said, it's not just a school thing. They have it 24/7 across the whole year.
Right.
So it is part of their family that they're able to express emotions like I love you, but also something hurts, or I want to eat this. We have kids that say chips, 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 or I want to go to McDonald's for the first time. I just had a little guy tell me a couple of weeks ago they wanted to go to Dollar Tree, and that's my favorite store. So I was like, I do too, actually.
Me too, let's go. Well, I was reading too about one of the kids, the love of languages. And through the device, they have their own library and they're reading all of these and learning different languages and loving Dora the Explorer, which I remember Dora. And that just reading those stories brought me just a lot of happiness thinking about it, all of this. So I'm thinking about the parents of individuals that might have a child that has a developmental disability and is saying, you know what, we could benefit from this. So they could go to your website. They could find out if they're in one of the 59 counties.
Right.
They could also find out if they meet the eligibility requirements and then contact you. How does that work?
Yeah, just varietypittsburgh.org. And then we would work with the intermediate unit, their school district, to get to know them a little bit better. We have a wonderful staff of 7. So Kayla, Deanna, and Molly from our programs team would reach out and work with them depending on what county they're in. I will say right here in Butler, I know this is the Butler Buzz. We're very proud of the fact, over the last 12 years since my unbelievable predecessor, Charlie LaValle, initiated the My Bike program. Between the 3 core programs in those 12 years, we've provided close to 200 pieces of life-changing adaptive equipment. That's over $310,000 worth of equipment that's been invested with wonderful children and families right here in Butler County. So I know you have a regional reach here, but
so do you.
right, correct. So, but right here in Butler, though, a big difference. Almost $250,000 has been put back right here to kids and families.
So you're listening to this and hearing this amazing work that this organization is doing, and they cannot do it without the support of other people. and that is you. So I'm sure you have signature events during the year that we could support, we could attend, we could donate, or just simply donate. And you can find that information online too.
Yeah, it's all on our website. We just actually had our golf outing as we're recording this earlier this week. We have our gala coming up on November 13th. Rich Fitzgerald, the former county executive of Allegheny County, will be honored with the Catherine Variety Sheridan Humanitarian Award, named after the little girl who is the inspiration for Variety back from the 1920s. So Rich will be winning that. Randy Prunty from Blackburn's Medical Supply is winning the Charlie's Champion Award at the Starfish Award for somebody that's just made an incredible difference over these last 12 years. One of the nicest people you ever meet, Randy Prunty. So we can't wait for that. And then just on a regular basis, we have Peak Moments events. So we have partners that provide us and our kids and families with Variety through just awesome experiential type opportunities where they get to just do great things together. Mantle moments, as my incredible board chairman, Mike Schneck, calls it. And the pictures, the memories that we are able to make as a community is incredible.
Don't you just love him?
Oh.
I mean, all of the positivity, energy, and you were talking about he's like one of the nicest people in the net. I think you're one of the nicest people.
I'm trying to keep up with my predecessor, but thank you very much, as are you, Tricia. So thank you.
So
and
much.
Thank you for this opportunity to share about Variety.
Absolutely. Please go online, read the history. It is so amazing of this organization. I look forward to catching up with you again soon.
Yeah. And if we can do this on air, I'm going to give you the first ever foam finger. Amanda Fleming from the Variety Movement Board worked with Patty and I on getting these. So this is the first ever foam finger for Variety because we are number one. Out of all the tents in the world, we are number one as Variety here in Pittsburgh.
All right. Well, thank you. And thank you. Thanks for watching this episode of the Butler Buzz. If you want to see more, just click on the playlist button up here. To keep up to date with all of Armstrong Neighborhood Channel, click on the subscribe button down here. Hey, I suggest you do both. See you next time.